What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In the past few updates, we've gotten Marks of Excellence and 3 maps from 2014 back into the map rotation. In today's video, we're going to be going over some gameplay that I have on these 3 maps because I think they're absolutely fantastic for light tank gameplay. They have so much open space that you don't necessarily need to be bushed and you don't need to worry about when you can drive across specific sight lines because you might know that you're far enough away from their entire team that you have that whole side of the map under your control. This is completely different than the modern World of Tanks Blitz maps because in the modern ones, you might be able to see to where you have map control. In these older versions of these maps, if you're in the middle of an open desert, you know that if there's a tank approaching you, you're going to spot them first, and you can drive around for free in the open, knowing that they're not going to round a corner 100 yards away from you and spot you. So I've got 3 games for you guys today. All of them are pretty good, but the best one is the last one, and I'll have the timestamps for them each down below if you just want to watch one of them. And they're all like me abusing the camo and the view range stuff that the light tanks get in this game on larger maps than we've seen for a very long time. So if you like that, which you probably do if you're watching my channel, you'll probably enjoy all these games. So let's get into the first one. In this first battle here, I've played on the other side of Middleburg and this side in the light tanks, and I haven't liked this side because there's a ridge here that doesn't exist on the south spawn of this map. So I don't get that ridge, and there's nowhere really else for me to play without having to peek tanks, and I don't want to just be dry peeking tanks in a light. It's just not something that's going to go well for me. So I decided to go down to town because I'm just assuming that their whole town's going to go up, or their whole team's going to go up, excuse me. So I'm going to go all the way around here and see what I can scout from the bottom. And I immediately, you can see like he's 345 meters away. It doesn't even matter if I put that tree between us. He's just absolutely not going to spot me. But from all the way down here, I can start bothering anybody that gets super aggressive over the ridge of the hill, and I can do that without getting spotted. So now that I've rushed over to this position, I'm going to start looking around for like bushes and stuff in case that I need them. And this T100 here, I'm probably going to want to be a little bit more careful when shooting at him because he does have the view range to spot me from this far away. So I wait for him to go behind the trees, and I'm going to take a shot here actually when he gets far enough away from me that I know I won't get spotted. He knows now, like from the angles that he's getting shot at, he's just going to have to run, and he's pretty much screwed. So that's one tank out of the fight. And anybody like that that goes on this side, like this Object 140, for example, they're just going to get crossfired out by me, and our Object 140 can freely push them. I don't really know how he spotted me from that first shot because I was pretty much behind the bush, but now we're just going to be careful about it. And I mean, he's not going to be able to really do anything. That shot, I was trying to aim for the back track wheel, but my aim is pretty off, and he's a lot farther than I'm used to shooting. So we missed that. And now their team is low enough to where I just have to start driving, which is something that's also a little bit different on these maps. I'm not immediately in the fight like I usually am. So if I want the damage, I'm gonna have to start chasing it a lot earlier than usual. Here, this 183 is he knows I'm down here and he wants to shoot me, and I'm waiting for him to shoot somebody else, but I figured whatever. I mean, we'll just take the hit and go in. So I knock his tracks off, he burns a repair kit on it, and now he just has 2 mediums and a light on him. He's not going to survive very long. I want to get this guy's gun out of the fight as soon as we can so he doesn't ruin anybody's game, because there's a lot of people that could be a one-shot to him. Now this Super Conqueror is going to try to come back and defend. He makes a little bit of a poor angle there, and the Object 140 has also come back. We're going to use the wreck of our killed 183 here to just try to hide from these guys and defend as they both rush me. And this game at this point came down a lot closer than I thought it would, and I was kind of wishing I didn't take that hit from the 183 here, but it all ends up being okay because that guy overestimates his turret armor, and now it's a 3v1 with this guy on a one shot in front of me. So that one was all right. That not a crazy game, but you can see if that was on the regular version of Middleburg, I wouldn't have been able to take those shots at the positions that the T100 and the Object 140 were in without getting spotted. This map, Falls Creek, I actually like a lot. This one is pretty interesting. It's a big map, but it doesn't make itself big by just having open spaces like the other two. This one has a lot of terrain and cover, but also a lot of space, which is a good little diverse pick. Like it would be kind of boring if they were all just open fields, and this one does a good job of not just being open fields. And this little spot here is one that I like. I've been using it even though there's no bush there, and that's actually the first time out of the games that I've played where I've gotten spotted in return for being up there. So that's a little tip that actually works out pretty decently for me so far. But since I was spotted there, I'm going to leave because I don't want to get rushed. I'm not really supported very well there, and I'm going to come over here because we can actually win this medium side fight because I only spotted the two mediums. Now, the 4005 is also spotted, but he's spotted in a really bad spot here, and he's going to take a lot of damage for it. And I don't think that this leopard even knows that I'm here, so I'm going to wait for him to get a little bit too far forward for him to be able to back up. He's a little bit overcommitted to this angle. I was hoping our tank destroyer would get that hit there, but he doesn't. Now, even though the tank destroyer didn't get the hit, I made the leopard overcommit, and I'm going to make him do it again. I mean, I'm not making him do this. He is deciding to overcommit twice in a row. If he hadn't done that, he would have been down 2 shots because he did overcommit twice in a row. He died for it. And that turns this fight into a 3v2 that we know of. I haven't been paying attention to the tanks on the other side of the map at this time in the replay, but I see this 4005 here. I'm going to take a shot into him because I know he's not going to be able to react in time. And our M48 should be farming him instead of rushing in because that's going to allow the 4005 to rush in on the M48. And I don't want the M48 getting close to dying because that's going to make it very difficult for me to fight this lion on my own. So I follow him. I prevent him from taking more than 2 shots from the 4005, but the lion's going to get 2 shots into the M48, put him pretty low down. Now, I have enough HP to deal with this lion, especially because I saw that he just clipped out, and he's going to turn straight away from me and max roll the HE there, almost 600 damage from the WZ. Pretty cool. Don't see that every day. Can't HE his sides, unfortunately, but I know that he is not going to be able to kill me with his DPM since he is a auto reloader, and I have pretty good just regular DPM. So put him down to a 1 shot. He's going to get a couple hits into us. We know that, but as long as we don't bounce anything, we're good. Now, it's just come down to the cleanup here. The cleanup's a little bit more difficult for some reason on these maps than it is on other maps. I want to kill this 5120 because the damage is going to go away the fastest, and I want the most damage possible. Unfortunately, I miss a very easy shot there. And after the 5120 is dead, they have lost all of their overextended tanks. I don't want to say map control. All of their tanks that were overextended are now dead, so I can move in and basically just shoot any of them because none of them are overextended. But I am going to focus on the lowest HP ones first because not only does that help you win faster, it also is the damage, like I said earlier, that's going to go away the quickest. Like, people are going to shoot them and you're not going to be able to get that damage. Now, I don't want to just go in because I'm a 1-shot to that yo, and I don't want him to just kill me. So I'm going to peek so that I would spot him if he peeks me on the right, but I am worried about this left angle, and I am kind of annoyed that I got spotted by the 183 there because I can't spot the yo through the bush to my left, and I don't want to peek into the bush now because I don't know if the yo was driving around the corner. Turns out the yo went the complete opposite direction, so I'm going to take him out there because I know the 183 is on reload, and we just have 2 seconds left before we finish this guy. And that's game. So that map's pretty fun. It's completely different than the current Falls Creek where the mediums basically just sit on their respective sides and snipe into the heavy fight. You actually have to take the fight with the other mediums, and the heavies have to take the fight with the other heavies, and it's 2 separate battles going on. But moving on to Oasis Palms, this one is my favorite by far. It has the most open space and also the most like bushes overlooking that open space, which is going to make it very difficult for people to approach any light tanks because the light tank could be in the bush across a field and you're definitely not going to spot them, and then they can leave without getting spotted. This is my favorite starting position to go in here because you get this heavy tank crossing real easy right here. And if you activate camo net, they can be right across, like right where I'm looking right now. Yeah, and they won't spot you. I've had light tanks there very close to me and not gotten spotted in return. Now the E100 is getting really aggressive towards the cap circle, and I know that if he drives to the cap circle, he'll just proxy spot me. So I don't want that to happen because then I can't leave. I need to leave before he spots me because if I try to drive up this slope while spotted, the entire map can see me. So I'm going to play it a little bit safe and leave out towards my spawn, and then we're going to go up to this big hill up top here, because if they push on the right side, I'll be able to snipe all the way across the map. I know it's not really the best thing to do to be sniping in the light tanks, but I think that it's really fun to shoot at people that are this far away. Like, that guy's almost 600 meters, and I've actually been having a lot of fun taking tanks up here and just like shooting at stuff that's really far away. it's a little bit of a rat play by me, but it's really fun. And this guy just makes it super easy. I don't know if he doesn't know where I am, but he's going to keep peeking this, and if he's just going to give me free damage like that, I'm going to keep taking the shots. He's also making our heavy tank down there have some trouble. The I think that's a 57 heavy. I can't see on my screen. I've got it zoomed out, but he's getting cross-fired by the E50M and now the Kronvon. So I'm actually helping out the 57 by shooting this guy, and he's just gonna keep peeking. I mean, I don't know what to say. If you're just gonna sit there, I'm gonna kill you. Like, thanks. Now we got shots on the Kronvon, and I guarantee you the Kronvon has no idea that as much stuff can see him from here as it can. Like, he probably thinks he's completely safe because if you're sitting there on the regular Oasis palms, you are completely safe. The other thing about the T100 is every time I hit these guys, I'm spotting them for 20 seconds and they're visible to almost my entire team. So it's kind of overpowered to just connect with these guys even if you don't penetrate. I'm rotating back here because the Kronvon's going to take the spawn, and since we're all in that upper corner, if we lose our spawn without taking their spawn first, we're going to be collapsed into one corner and run out of map control. So I'm going to try to spot this guy because I don't feel like driving into their spawn to try to get like map control there because I don't know what's there. So here we spot the Kronvon. That Minotaur is super overextended, so even though it's going to get me spotted, I'm going to take the shot there. I'm not really going to overcommit to it because I don't really want to take any damage yet. This game's super close, but it was definitely worth it to shoot that guy because now he's dead and they lose a lot of their mid control because that Minotaur is super strong in that position, especially with a Badger supporting it. Now we've spotted this Kronvon again, and now he's rushing me. I just want to get as many shots into him as he rushes because once he gets to this incline here, he's going to be able to go hull down. Since I got him down to a one shot, I can just swing around to where he's not hull down and take him out. I actually get him before he even snaps a shot into me, and now we're full HP in a 3v3. We know where the 60 TP is, we know where the Badger is, but we don't know where the Waffen is, which is a super dangerous tank. So I'm going to play this a little bit carefully. I see the direction that the 60 TP is driving, and I know that if he keeps driving, I'm going to spot him right here. What's weird is he actually stops, and I was confused when I was playing this. I'm like, why isn't he coming out? And I just keep sitting here, and he's not passing the building. And I was wondering if he knew that I was trying to spot him, but no, he's actually just like staring up into nothingness, and he activated his tungsten. That's like the worst shot I've taken. I In the replay you can see the gun bouncing, but when you're in the game you don't see the gun bouncing, so it looks like I'm just aiming at the side of his turret. So that shot really actually like needed to connect because regardless of whether or not I'm on full HP, if he hits me, I lose like a lot of HP, and I don't want that to happen. I don't have the gun depression to hit him here, and I think if I drive down the hill, I will. Turns out the terrain is not what I thought it was, and if I drive down the hill, I don't have enough gun depression to hit him, so I drive way too far, don't have the shot still, take the hit from somebody else, which is less than the 60 TP, and then I don't take the hit from the 60 TP. So, I mean, like, it ends up okay, but that was a really poor play by me. The only good part that I did there was I kept him spotted, and my team was actually able to reposition to get some shots into him. Once you have someone perma-spotted behind a building on this map, it's kind of hard for them to do anything at all about it because they're just going to back up, get shot from someone they can't see, drive forward, get shot by someone they can't see, and if you don't expose yourself and die to them, there's nothing they can do about it. And if your team is smart enough to relocate, they'll just end up killing that tank, especially when there's no one else really to fight. Here, I kind of assumed the Waffen was either in this bush or in their spawn. He's right there. I mean, the two tank destroyers can see him, and I can HE him. He's pretty much dead. And this Badger just ends up giving up. So that was not a crazy damage game, but if you look at the assist counter, I have over 4,000 damage assists. I think I've only ever reached those numbers like one time before. So it wasn't even like difficult to do that on this map. You see, I mean, I used a couple of bushes and I just kept some people spotted. I didn't have to do any crazy stuff to get 4,790 damage assists. That's absolutely insane. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a game that got me to 3 marks on my T100. And I think the next video I'm going to be making is going to be the Conqueror because I've been having a lot of fun playing some random tier 9 tanks, taking myself out of tier 10. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed and have a great rest of your day.